Hello, good evening, and welcome to Anfield for what could be a crucial game in Liverpool's season. Already champions-elect, there's no doubt about that. They trail Atletico Madrid, remember, 1-0 from the first leg. Sol's goal after 4 minutes that night. 3 weeks ago, deciding things there, but nothing's been decided tonight. Liverpool have got their third front three. They've got their captain back. But they have to play with Adrian in goal because Alisson has had a bit of an injury scare again, so he's out of the second leg. Anfield now on a European night is something very, very special. It's wet, it's rainy, it's windy. Danny McAlery, the referee from Holland, will give you the full list of the officials in a second. New Caton's on. Good evening, New Caton. Thank you for tuning into our preview show earlier on. Well, the key to this game, as I said about an hour or two back, was Jordan Henderson. An important night this, really. The only way it could go to extra time, in essence, is a 1-0 Liverpool win. Because away goals count double after 90 minutes in European competition. It's not like the League Cup where it goes to extra time and then counts double after 90 minutes. Right, let's give me the two teams. Let's start with Liverpool with Adrian in goal in place of the injured Alisson Becker. Then it's Robertson, Virgil van Dijk, Joe Gomez and Alexander Arnold. Robertson left back, Alexander Arnold right back. Then it's Chamberlain, Wijnaldum and Henderson in a middle three. And it's Mane, Firmino and Salah that front three. Remember, Mane carrying a yellow card. On the bench, Lonergan, Fabinho, Milner, Minamino, Lallana, Origi and Joel Matip with the coach Jurgen Klopp, who's in fact has got a yellow card to his name as well. Danny McAlery is the referee tonight from Holland. And Joachim Campunis is the VAR assistant, VAR man. Let's have a look at the Ajax, the Atletico Madrid side. It's all black in goal. Back four of Lodi, Phillips, Savage and Kieran Trippier, former Burnley player. Then it's Correa, Thomas, Sol, who scored in the first leg, which brings them 1-0, and Coca, and it's Joao Felix and Diego Costa up front. In fact, we got it on the team sheet as we got it on there as Sequeira, but the referee is all set to go. We've got it as Felix. I'll give you the bench in a minute for Atletico Madrid because the game's just about to start here. The game live. The only way we can have extra time tonight is a 1-0 Liverpool win, but I think there's going to be more than one goal in this second leg. Away goals count double after 90 minutes. We're on until we're scheduled to be live here up until 10 to 10 tonight. And it's going to be Felix to get us underway here for Atletico Madrid in the old dark strip. Liverpool all in red. And it's going to be Atletico Madrid here with Coca on the ball, attacking the cop end away to our left-hand side, right-hand side. As Felix plays a ball through, and Costa's onside straight away. Costa with a shot into the side netting. And Atletico Madrid within about, 17 seconds could have struck the first goal through former Chelsea star Diego Costa. Felix turning away on the right-hand side, put a lovely through ball, and the flag had stayed down. Van Dijk must have been playing him onside there, and Liverpool almost making the most horrendous start to this game. Atletico Madrid starting, it looks to me, on the front foot. Good to see Kieran Trippier. He's been a bit of a hit over there in Spain. And of course with the season in limbo because of a certain virus that's spreading around the world at the moment. It's hard to say whether this season will ever get finished at all. There's been talk that Serie A is not going to be finished. They might go back again. So European football is a bit in limbo at the moment with this coronavirus stuff going on. There's talk of all football being cancelled here, but later on, let's hope we can get to the season. There's talk of the Euros being put back a year. Let's hope that's not the case and this coronavirus is kicked in the bud straight away. Here's Mo Salah now on the ball, far side for Liverpool, and headed away. Good evening, Russ. Good evening to everybody who's in, and hopefully Trevor will be on. Trevor, I enjoyed Trevor's supplementary coverage of the Champions League. Looking forward to his Six Nations coverage this weekend. Matip now. There was a game due on at the Emirates Stadium on tonight between Manchester City and Arsenal, but that's been called off purely and simply because Arsenal played Olympiacos the other week in Europe, and their owner, who is also the owner of Nottingham Forest, has tested positive for coronavirus. So Manchester City have had a game cancellation. Have had a cancellation here tonight, which is not ideal. Let's just hope all this epidemic wears itself out and we can all enjoy the end of the season. Well, a great season here. It should have been at the Etihad Stadium. I do apologise. Throwing to Liverpool on the near side here at Anfield. Robertson to take it. The game not being behind closed doors, as you can hear the crowd are in full voice here at Anfield tonight as Wijnaldum goes into the penalty area. It's well stopped there. Comes to Henderson, who chips it forward. Wijnaldum is well forward inside the area. Bright break to Robertson in the area. Wijnaldum inside the box. The flag has stayed down. Robertson gets the crossing on the left hand side. Comes out as far as Henderson, but the referee has, or the referee's assistant has put the flag up. And Wijnaldum was in fact tagged offside. In fact, he was a good couple of yards offside. He put his flag up rather late there. Could have saved us a lot of time and strife. There's the manager, Diego Simeone, best remembered for being kicked out by David Beckham in that never to be forgotten last 16 in the 1998 World Cup. But he's a man under pressure. Haven't done too well in the La Liga. Been well off the pace there, well behind the big rivals of Real Madrid and Barcelona. Real Madrid leading the race to win that title. There's the other game as well. There's another game taking place, and we'll let you know how that one's going as well. There's Van Dijk on the ball, midway inside the Atletico Madrid half, finds Henderson. Liverpool 0, Atletico Madrid 0 on a really crucial night here of European football at Anfield. The European champions currently 1-0 down by the first leg, and header one inside the penalty area, just by the penalty spot by Sadio Mane. Was well gathered in by Jan Oblak. Good crossing from the right, and Mane just getting the merest of flicks. It was Alexander Arnold's cross, and as you can see, Mane getting a header in. Oh, it might have been Wijnaldum actually. It was Gini Wijnaldum with a header, and it was well held by Jan Oblak. I did go for 3-0, and I think it could happen tonight. There is a possibility. But here's number 10 here. Correa going all the way through. He was brought down, but the Dutch referee says no foul. And here goes Robertson down the left-hand side for Liverpool. Throw in off Robertson. Kieran Trippier there. Good to see him back on an English football ground. A terrific player. Did really well at Burnley. Went to Tottenham. For one reason or another, it never quite worked out. I don't think he was used enough, really. Pochettino and was using Serge Aurier, which I felt was pretty wrong, because Kieran Trippier was a terrific player, and his confidence suffered, and he's gone to Atletico Madrid and he's had a new lease of life. Even though it's been tough going with the team in the league, Trippier's form has been pretty good. And he'll be looking for a starting berth in the Euro squad for England as the cross comes into the penalty area. Of course, there's still the Euro qualifiers for the second place teams to play yet, and Scotland are very much in them. Now, there is talk at the moment that there could be. No, there's talk as Salah plays the ball in. Firmino's not going to get through. The loose ball finds Jan Oblak, but there's been talk really in the media that the European Championships that are scheduled for June could be put back to 2021 because of the coronavirus that's going around right now. But I mean, Italy's in meltdown at least until April. It's a tough old, complicated way to end. I'm sure I'm going to get a few questions and bombarded with the coronavirus stuff. What does that mean for the English League? At the moment, it's business as usual in the Premier League. I know tonight's game's been cut off for obvious reasons, for reasons I explained earlier. Good evening to Trevor. Great programme last night, great Champions League programme. Liverpool went flying through in his supplementary programme. If you saw it last night, you can watch it on his webpage. Can the real Liverpool follow suit and win tonight? Well, Joe Gomez is giving away a free kick on the far side. Now, we could have extra time tonight, folks. I just want to remind you, the only way we could have extra time is a 1-0 Liverpool win, because both would be level on home goals, but not away goals. But if the scoreline was, for example, to be 2-1 to Liverpool at the end of 90 minutes, then Atletico would go through by virtue of the fact they scored an away goal. So, anyway, here comes the ball into the penalty area. Trippier getting there on the blind side, the right hand side, and turned away and behind for a goal kick. He tried to turn the cross in and ended up going into the side net in there from Trippier. Black stayed down as well. Alexander Arnold a little bit careless there. Ross has been on and he said there's talk if the FA Cup has to come to an end, then whoever scored the most goals will win the competition. Well, I'm sorry, but that's a little bit unfair. I mean that's one permutation that I just don't think would happen. I think to win the FA Cup based on the most goals scored, I don't think the team who wins that thing, it's just yeah, it's okay, you want to watch it, that's fine. Well, yeah, you could say that, delay this, but then you're delaying the season for 3 months, Trevor. Well, it's all complicated anyway, Trevor. I'm sure it all gets sorted out anyway. Anyway, let's not worry about that now. That's all in the future. Here's Mo Salah now in the present, going down the right hand side for Liverpool, and then hooked away, Robert, stupidly there by the number 5 there, Partey. Spelled P-A-R-T-E-Y. And here he is now on the ball again, being tried inside his own half. And no, he's not having a party at the moment. Anyway, here's Andy Robertson now for Liverpool. Now then, Kostanen dispossessed. He's missed the best chance in the first half. And Mane coming forward now. Finds Salah on the right hand side, the far side. It's Mo Salah now for Liverpool. Strikes the shot just over Oblak's crossbar and into the Anfield Road end for a goal kick to Atletico Madrid. So everything stands when it comes to winning it. Newcastle will win the FA Cup. Well, if Euro 2020, says Trevor, doesn't take place, this season could last until August, September, and the following season could finish next June and July. Well, it's going to be a bit of a pile up. And then you've got the 2022 World Cup as well in the next year. So in essence, really, Trevor, you could have the Euros next year potentially, and then you'd have to play all your qualifiers in one big go in order for the World Cup to take place. So it could have a knock-on effect in the World Cup. Having said that, though, the World Cup's going to be played in winter, so you could start the qualification probably like December or late November 2021, I suppose. Here's Henderson with the shot and wide of the target. It's going to be a lot of the talk out of this game as Henderson shoots wide. Remember, let's just get back to events here, because this is still a good watch. You know, this is still a game that both sides will want to win. Of course, the European Cup. Hopefully, I mean, we saw 50,000 at Cheltenham Racecourse today, and they saw Tiger Roll finish second in a race. Now that's a bit of a collector's item. He's a true champion. He was beaten by a French horse, believe it or not, today, Tiger. But maybe that's just a sign. Maybe it was heavy ground up down at Cheltenham today. And the going is very good here at Anfield tonight, as Peter O'Sullivan might have said. Here's Virgil van Dijk now from Jordan Henderson. On to Andy Robertson down the near side. Back in field to Virgil van Dijk. Once again, Joe Gomez in possession. Gets the ball out towards the far side where Mo Salah is waiting, and out of play it goes for a throw-in. 0-0 is the score, remember. 1-0 on aggregate. Sol with the goal. Mike's on. Be a bit disappointed that Arsenal aren't in action at the Etihad tonight, or he might be relieved because the way City have been playing recently. Might have been a long night for Arsenal. There's no black collects inside the penalty area. A long through ball. Yeah, so Tiger Roll got beaten today in the cross-country chase down at Cheltenham. But he could be coming back up into these parts in about 3 weeks' time for the Grand National, and he could actually emulate the great well, he could actually surpass the great Red Rum. Because if Tiger Roll was to win the Grand National, he'd be a legend. He'd probably have a bigger legend than Red Rum, because Red Rum didn't win 3 consecutive Grand Nationals. I think he won in 73, 74, run up 75, 76, and then won it for the third time in 77. And that was in 5 runnings. And the Tiger, in about 3 weeks' time, could potentially, I say potentially, make sporting history. Not just Grand National history, sporting history. Liverpool looking to win the European Cup again. Create a piece of their own sporting history. As Robertson tangles on the edge of the area. Referee's giving as wave play on as Marnie's cross comes in. Headed only half away. Salah wins to win the next ball. Now Chamberlain comes in. Shot comes in, and Oldblack didn't hold it. And that was a dangerous moment then for Atletico Madrid. And it still remains goalless. Jan Oldblack under a lot of pressure as Liverpool come charging forward again. 14 minutes gone. Van Dijk in possession, midway inside the Atletico half. Mike's dad's been on today. He's been at Huntingdon. That's it. It's hard to get tickets for Cheltenham and for Aintree, where the Grand National is staged. Anyway, here comes the cross in from the right hand side. It was Trent Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool, as a city, has such a rich sporting history with the 2 Merseyside football teams, and of course at Aintree as well for the Grand National. All the eyes in the world will be on that race course in 3 weeks' time, and can the Tiger create Grand National history? I don't think the Grand National's ever been won through by a horse or even a rider 3 years in succession. And if we are around that day, we'll bring you delayed commentary of the race. But I won't be doing the commentary. I can tell you that now. I certainly won't. I'm no good at horse racing commentary, by the way. We'll leave it to people. We'll leave it to the boys at ITV Racing to talk you through it, because we'll take a feed of their commentary, I think. And if it's not live, you'll certainly get a rerun of the race commentary. Right, back into the football, and it's Liverpool 0, Atletico Madrid 0. 1-0 Jan Oblak struggling here. There's a lot of swirling wind about, which will make it very difficult for goalkeepers. Diego Simeone there, just looking at his coat there, full of water on it. Free kick to Atletico Madrid. There's Danny Makelele, the referee from Holland. I love to do some racing. I'd love to commentate on the racing. And as my dad used to own race horses, and we got another one that's basically going to be racing later. Oh, that's good, Mike. Yeah. New Caton says he's going to be just listening now instead of commenting. Oh, come on, New Caton. Come on, have a little comment. It's not the same when you don't comment. Hope you got a comment on man in the match a bit later. Anyway, Atletico Madrid meanwhile have a corner. And Koke to take it. Far side, at the top end of the stadium here at Anfield. 17 minutes played here on the JB Claret YouTube channel. Champions League last 16. The holders Liverpool 0. Atletico Madrid 0, and it's into the side netting. I'm not sure who got the touch there, but Adrian was not convincing in that goal, and it might have been Diego Costa, I think, who got the touch. Poor performance, Mike. Now you bring Mourinho up. They were poor against Burnley in large spells and were helped by some generous refereeing in that game. And they were poor last night, and Red Bull Leipzig, let's be fair. Over 2 legs, we covered the first leg, and they were worthy winners overall. Anyway, the ball is with Correa now. He's got Felix as well, and he's got Trippier here. Trippier playing the ball back here. Well, yeah, a couple of chances too. One for Ronaldo, and that was well parried, well pouched there by Oblak in the goal. And at the start, Diego Costa hit the side netting when well positioned to score at the top end. There's been a couple of opportunity apiece for both sides, but it's still an all-action game as Mane plays a misplaced ball. Remember, it's PSG and Dortmund. I'm not sure what the score is from the first leg. I think Dortmund are winning that first leg. But in the second leg, it's still 0-0. That's being played at the Parc des Princes in Paris. And any goals that goes in there, but and of course St Mirren against Hearts is on as well. I'm sure Mike will keep us abreast with the events up in Scotland. As we come up towards 19 minutes played. In fact, we're now into the 19th. We've had 19 minutes. Mane tangling there on the ball. And a goal kick, is it? No, it's a corner. It's 2-1 to Dortmund from the first legs, but PSG have got an away goal. So I wonder if PSG win would take them through on the away goals rule after 90 minutes. I should add. That's when away goals count double. Corner kick to Liverpool. 19 and a half minutes gone. Robertson in towards the near post. The appeal handball. Danny Makelele says no. I'm sure VAR will check that and just said, come on, play on. Ball out towards the far side, and Salah now. You can just hear them just slightly in the background, so as the ball comes in and it's wide of the target. There's a little bit of a crowd noise there. But still no score here. 20 minutes gone here at Anfield. 0-0. Liverpool have another corner near side, attacking the Anfield Road end. Robertson into the penalty area goes. Headers one there. There might have been half a shout there for a potential handball. It scrambled around a little bit, and then Alexander-Arnold has fouled. And what's happened here? Oh, this is ridiculous. It's a free kick. And I'm sorry to say that's shameful from the Atletico players. They're surrounding the referee, showing imaginary yellow cards. It's a free kick. It is a foul by Trent Alexander-Arnold. But they're trying to show imaginary cards, and I don't like that behaviour. I'm not sure if that's a foul, you know. I mean, that's it. And a flailing arm as well. That hit Dos Santos. But I don't like the attitude of the Atletico Madrid players. And they've, I think there's a penalty review, is there? I think they're checking it on VAR, have they? Well, it was in French anyway. I couldn't tell. Funny that I just seen that VAR check it, and they've got it in French language. How are we to tell? I'm English. Me English. How am I to tell whether that's not a penalty or not? But VAR did check it, and the point is, with over halfway through the first half here, still 0-0, 1-0 to Atletico on aggregate, that it isn't, and we carry on with a throw into Atletico Madrid, which didn't come to much on the far side. We're aiming to be with you until about 10 to 10 tonight, providing it doesn't go to extra time, of course. Anyway, here comes Atletico Madrid, but the flag is up for offside there. Really not doing well enough in La Liga. And oh, now Costa's got a bit of a reputation. He's kicked the ball away, and I think the referee needs to take stronger action against someone like Diego Costa. That's cheating in my book. And here's what happened. Costa there rolls the ball and then just rolls it away. And the referee should have booked him there. Should have booked him. That is ridiculous from Diego Costa. He's got a reputation of winding everybody up. And he's a great finisher. He's a great goal scorer and a great striker. But his reputation as an awful player, an awful human being goes before him. He's made some really awful challenges that could have broken people's legs. He is a bit of a thug, and he is a bit of a cheat. But there you go. Anyway, goal kick. No. 23 minutes gone. Atletico Madrid away at Liverpool, 1-0 up. Sol got the goal. It was only after 4 minutes of that first leg, remember. But the atmosphere is superb, and it's bubbling up nicely now at Anfield. Still 0-0. And Alexander Arnold in there to win the next ball pretty well. And then the ball's returned with compliments. Gomez picks the ball up. And you could say that Diego Costa for kicking the ball away, and it is an offence under the laws of the game. Well, that should have been an automatic yellow card. I don't care what time in the match it needed to be. No goals. Any goals, we will bring you updates or live in this game. Here's Firmino. He turned inside the penalty area, just couldn't get it out from under his feet. Liverpool need to use the spirit of back in early May when they had Barcelona and they were 3-0 down that night and came back to win 4-2. Remember when Divock Origi scored twice, Wijnaldum scored two, either side of scored two in 10 minutes at the start of the second half. Then Origi got the winner 10 minutes from the end to complete one of the most remarkable European comebacks of all time. Corner kick to Liverpool, won by Salah on the far side. This is the moment where Liverpool need to strike when the iron is hot. Far side. At the Anfield Road end, which is where Liverpool are attacking at this moment in time in the first half. Van Dijk forward. Gomez on the edge of the penalty area. Trent Alexander-Arnold's going to take the corner. Van Dijk's forward. Wijnaldum's in there. Mane's in there. Towards Mane, who's not the tallest, remember. He got a great deal of height, although was beaten in the air. Alexander-Arnold back again. There comes the cross. Chamberlain now towards the back post. Van Dijk heads it back across the goal. And Firmino can't get a touch, and it's smuggled behind for another Liverpool corner by Diego Costa of all people. Liverpool knocking on the door. Short corner by Alexander-Arnold. Back to Salah. Alexander-Arnold in there towards Van Dijk, and that's going to run out of dead near on the near side and out for a throw-in for Atletico Madrid. Still 0-0. Kieran Trippier, the former Claret, and I used to watch him a lot in his early days at Burnley, and I used to watch him live when Burnley won promotion in 2014 back to the Premier League, and Trippier was the best assist maker in the Championship that season, and I watched him live at a few of the games, and he was amazing down that right hand side, and he's a terrific player. Scored in the World Cup semi-final, of course, 2 years ago for England, or less than 2 years ago now. Seems a long time ago now, doesn't it? Here's Jordan Henderson out towards Andy Robertson. Liverpool's just starting to get in on top a little bit here at Anfield. 0-0. 1-0 to Atletico Madrid on aggregate. Liverpool know what they have to do. Not concede, and maybe win by more than the one goal. As Salah now tries to go past his man, tries to play in towards Bobby Firmino. England Spain is on in the She Believes Cup. That's still taking place over in America, where they've cancelled the Indian Wells tennis because of the coronavirus that's going around like that. But the She Believes Cup's still going ahead. England defending that trophy. England against Spain, and we'll keep you abreast with the first half there, most of the first half there during our transmission tonight. Here's Mo Salah now for Liverpool, far side, into the centre circle he goes, still inside the Madrid half, because it's been played over in America. That's why it's an American tournament. There's been a goal. Now this is an important goal that Russ has just gone to us. It's Paris Saint-Germain. It's Neymar with the goal. 28 minutes gone. 1-0 to Borussia Dortmund. 1-0 to PSG over Borussia Dortmund. But this is the next bit I'm going to tell you now is the interesting part. 2-2 on aggregate. Because PSG scored an away goal at the Signal Iduna Park, it means now that they lead on an away goal on the away goals rule. So should it end this way after 90 minutes over there, it would be PSG going through on away goals, and I should stress that will count double after 90 minutes. That counts double in UEFA competitions, not like the League Cup where it counts double after extra time, which I think is a ridiculous rule for semi-finals. And it's not because I'm bitter, because Burnley fell victim of that 10 years ago. Anyway, it's a throw to Atletico Madrid back in this game. Seeing goals elsewhere in the Champions League, none here. And we've only had 2 0-0s all season. Surely we can't see one here tonight. Are we going to see one of the great nights of European football? Like goes on about the away goals rule, it's the biggest phony. It needs scrapping. I do agree. I think away goals is, but then again, is it fair to decide a match on penalties? And that debate's been warring on for years. I know Trevor disagrees, and I have to say it has been part of European football, and it has been there. It's 50 years. It has been there for 50 years. I remember I've seen English teams go through on away goals before, and and sometimes it's a terrific triumph, even if you do have to hang on a wee bit. But it makes the game interesting, and it causes a few debates in the pub, I suppose. Here's Trent Alexander-Arnold for Liverpool. Loses possession now to Partey, and Partey loses the ball, and there's a player down in the centre half, and now then, who's gone down there? I think it's is it Felix down there? Looks like João Felix has gone down. Yeah, João Felix has been fouled. Jordan Henderson. And once again, the behaviour of the Atletico players is disgraceful. They're surrounding the referee, which they don't need to do. Just let the referee do his job, for heaven's sake. I hate it when foreign teams try to surround the referee and try to gain an advantage to get an opposition player booked. I just don't like it. I'm absolutely fuming at that. we haven't had the England lineup, but I can tell you the substitutes for that She Believes Cup game, and we'll tell you that in a minute. As Robertson turns away there and gets the ball away. So we'll run through the subs as soon as we get a breaking play for that She Believes Cup game. Here's the ball played into the penalty area, looking towards Yao Phoenix, or Felix, I should say. Running around like a cat out there. At the moment. I know. Right, the England 11 against Spain is Telford, Daly, Greenwood, Bright, Paris, Scott, Nobbs, as that's Tony Duggan, Williamson, McManus and Helen White. And Virgil van Dijk nods behind the corner. Trevor says we should cut the Champions League to 16 teams, have the UEFA Cup by a straight knockout. I agree with that. And bring back the Cup Winners' Cup. Yeah, I love the Cup Winners' Cup. I remember that. Great for those were actually the best European finals of the lot. Arsenal won 1-1 I think in '94, and then that was that dramatic finish in '95 when I hate to say it, Mike, Naeem scored from about 40 yards, was it, against David Seaman in Paris. Arsenal were robbed that night, I have to say. And I felt for David Seaman that night. He got through, he played in that run to the... Oh, let's just stop reminiscing for a second, because Liverpool were in a little bit of trouble inside their own penalty area here, and it's Atletico now trying to take the ball by the horns here. Here's number 5 here. Bate gets the ball back. Yeah, one of the most freakish goals you could ever see. Poor old David Seaman just didn't have a chance. And there were a few, Barcelona involved. It has to be robbery, doesn't it? And that was on the run to the final. I'd really fancied Arsenal that night, considering what they had to go through to beat Real Madrid, and they beat Villarreal, and they needed a Jan Zayman penalty save, I remember, in that second leg. It wasn't a great game apart from that, but it didn't need to be. Anyway, Salah picks the ball up inside the... And the ball back to Mane. Mane shoots. Hopback loses it, but then gets it again. Mane shot right-footed from the edge of the area. Jan Hopback just didn't get hold of the ball first time, and he was quite lucky there, because if a Liverpool player would have been within a 3-yard radius of him, and onside as well, then I think Hopback would not have got away with it. But he should have held on to it first time. Firmino couldn't get it because he was offside, sadly, but Liverpool really giving it a good go, and that bodes well. Coming up towards the last 10 minutes of the first half, remember. It's half-time in Paisley at Love Street. It's St Mirren 0, Heart and Midlothian 0. That's a relegation battle in the SPL, by the way. Hearts who had a tremendous win over Hibs the other week. Well, owned by the fans, of course. It would be an absolute travesty if Hearts went down back to the Championship. Big Scottish club like them. The SPL needs clubs like Hearts and Hibs to have some competitiveness in the league below the 2 old firm clubs. It's the Atletico fans who are making all the noise. They're waving scarves about and the Anfield Road end, and Christ knows what else. But at the moment it's still 0-0 as Mane competes with the ball. Looks as if he was fouled from behind, and he was. And what's the referee giving here? He's not allowed Liverpool to take any quick free kicks at all. I just hope he doesn't start to spoil the flow of the game. And with John Moss on Saturday, and he really did spoil it from a Burnley viewpoint. He was his refereeing performance was terrible. Give a dodgy Tottenham penalty, which they shouldn't have got when Lamella dived. And should have given Chris Wood a penalty as Chamberlain shoots inside the area. Comes to Salah on the far side. Alexander Arnold's cross. And chance there, and Hopback again didn't hold it and gets away with it. Mane just wasn't in a position to get on the rebound. And Liverpool now can sense blood with 10 minutes to go to half time. Here's Salah, far side, the right hand side. Takes on his man, whips him. Crosses a bit up and underish. And it might go for a corner of Liverpool. It does. And the intensity rises here at Anfield. And it was a great save. In fact, I'm doing back a little disservice here because that's a point-blank save from Bobby Firmino. I didn't see that from the naked eye. I was just seeing a replay. It's actually a very good reaction save. Anyway, 5 minutes. Newcastle will be back in 5 minutes. Meanwhile, it's a corner to Liverpool. Near side. Bit of jostling going on. The Dutch referee Makelele just making sure that... And look at this going on here. Kieran Trippier of all people there pushing and shoving. I think Trippier would do well just to keep out of it all. Last 8 place at stake. Stakes are so high in a last 16 European Cup tie. It really is. Anyway, corner to Liverpool. Alexander-Arnold towards the back post. Back again. Wasn't convincing. Mane's trying to keep it alive inside the penalty area, and somehow Atletico Madrid have scrambled the ball clear. Gomez wins the ball for Liverpool, but then Trippier, in fairness, wins the ball fairly off Robertson and tries to get Correa away, and he's fouled on halfway. And he's rolling about as if he's been tagged there shot by Lee Harvey Oswald. And again, Atletico Madrid surrounding the referee. This is not going to help. Let the referee do his job. Let the referee do his job. I do not subscribe to players. I don't think there was too much wrong with that. I do not subscribe to footballers at any level surrounding the referee and forcing him to make changes. And I think this is a Simeone tactic. We've seen the likes of Argentina do this sort of thing in the World Cup before and things like that. But anyway, here's Mo Salah now. Salah through. Looks as if he was shoved. He still has possession inside the penalty area. Salah goes through. He wins another corner. And Savic got back there. 38 minutes gone here at Anfield. Surely a goal's got to come for Liverpool. They need to score now while the iron is hot. Let's hope. Bit of pushing and shoving. Let's hope the pushing and shoving is going to be ironed out now. Here comes the corner. Alexander-Arnold, far side. Van Dijk was there, almost there with a header. Comes to Robertson. Crosses, deflects. Shot deflects. It comes to Henderson, and then a header a bit up and under it. And Oblak had to get a paw on that and get it out for a throw in. Level with the 18-yard box of Atletico Madrid to Liverpool. Left hand side. Here's Gomez for Liverpool, who are knocking on the door now. Alexander-Arnold. Henderson on the overlap. And there's the cross from Alexander-Arnold. Can't find Bobby Firmino. Good header away there by Felipe. And then the ball knocked back in again with compliments. Mane challenged it. It looked as if he was being fouled there by Trippier. He's got his arms all over Mane there. Only a throw into Liverpool. Here's Van Dijk. Out towards the far side. And it's Trent Alexander-Arnold. Finds Mohamed Salah. Still 0-0 here, amazingly, in this first half. And a free kick against Liverpool, which is great grounds of disappointment from the crowd against Bobby Firmino. And I'm afraid that Felipe is not winning himself many friends here at Anfield tonight. But amazingly, it's still 0-0. And thank you to everyone who's tuning in tonight. It's nice to be back on commentary duty for a game of such importance. And I can also confirm that the FA Cup is back. Will be back in a couple of weeks, in just under a week's time, with a bit of luck. And we'll have two of the most outstanding quarterfinals for you live. At least two quarterfinals for you live. We might have a coverage of all four. We covered three last year, including that sensational game at the New Den between Brighton and Millwall in that fourth round quarter final, when it looked as if we were all thinking that Millwall were going through, and then A mistake by David Martin presented Brighton with an opportunity, and, well, if that's a foul on Yao Phoenix, I think the officials have to look at that and say, well, that wasn't good. 4 minutes to go to half time. Van Dijk in possession inside his own half. Wijnaldum, man on, cries the crowd. Back to Wijnaldum, back to Adrian, who's had little to do. He's been a virtual spectator for the last sort of 20 minutes or so. Hasn't had too much to do in that time. Long ball forward, looking towards Sadio Mane. Might get the break of the ball here off Trippier. He does. Oh, he plays it behind Bobby Firmino on the edge of the penalty area. And Liverpool break down. But they win the ball back to their own credit. And here's Oxlade-Chamberlain trying to curl one in. But past the far post and behind for a... Is it a corner? I think Oxlade-Chamberlain was trying to claim a corner. I think it's a goal kick to Atletico Madrid. Here comes the shot. It might have deflected, I don't know. I'll have to check on availability, Mike. But we are, if things do, but if we are available, we are looking doing Rangers up there at Ibrox. Been nice to sample a European night at Ibrox. Like Anfield, it's a very special sort of night, and Ibrox is always a good place. Steven Gerrard, of course, having a little bit of a bad spell, but we'll let you know, Mike, and we'll certainly get that sorted out. Anyway, here's Oxlade-Chamberlain now. Where's the cross? In there, and another one. A goal! A goal for Liverpool! It's Gini Wijnaldum! And Liverpool are on the road! They're right back in this tie! Our field goal is absolutely ballistic! And the cup end erupts! All Black plainly beaten! And Gini Wijnaldum, who scored 2 goals against Barcelona last year to signifying the greatest comeback of all time, has put Liverpool right back in this tie. It's 1-0 to Liverpool on the night, 1-1 in aggregate, and this was beautifully worked down the left hand side. There comes right hand side. The crossing from Chamberlain was an absolute perler into the area, and what a header down into the floor, into the left hand corner of the net. Gini Wijnaldum, the hero for Liverpool, and they get another one. Then we can't have extra time. Liverpool 1, Atletico Madrid 0. 1-1 in aggregate with less than 90 seconds to go to half time. And it's a lead, let's face it, that Liverpool have really deserved. They've been the better side, and no doubt about that. They've certainly done most of the attacking in the last 20 minutes or so, and thoroughly deserved their lead on the night. Bit more pushing and shoving here. Atletico have a throw-in level with the edge of the 18th minute. 18-yard area of Liverpool. 1-0 Liverpool. And I'm being told by Russ down there on the touchline that there's going to be a minute added on. No, it's a foul. Free kick Liverpool. So it sets up to the boil quite nicely now. Who's your money on? Adrian to take the free kick. Wouldn't it be amazing if Liverpool were to score again? They've broken through. Liverpool at Anfield, when they break through, they break through. That's Barcelona. 1 added minute at the end of the first half, as Russ quite rightly nominated. I think we need a breather after all this. It was a great header, probably about 7 or 8 yards from goal. And this now sets up the second half brilliantly, as Firmino goes off on the far side again. Plays it into Mane. 30 seconds of normal time to go. A stoppage time to go, and Liverpool have chance here for a corner. You might hate Liverpool, but they've really put in a sterling performance here tonight, Newcastle, and you can't really argue with it. It's Diego Simeone's side, who have been struggling to get up with the top two in La Liga, are struggling now in this Champions League. Last 16-second leg. We've almost played the minute. In comes the corner. Alexander Arnold's in there. Van Dijk was almost in there, and it's cleared away, and the referee blows for half-time. And look at Jurgen Klopp sprinting down the tunnel there. He knows he's got a 15 minutes ahead of him now. But Gini Ronaldo, right at the end of that half, with a superb header, has given Liverpool huge hope. And a fantastic performance. Is your second team Liverpool, JB? My second team actually is AC Milan, but I've got to say Liverpool have been the better team, and I'm judging it on the way it is. And let's face it, we all want the English to win through in Europe, but the teams make their way off here at half time. But this really is now the sets at second half up absolute treat. The header from Ronaldo was absolutely superb. He's probably been Liverpool's best player tonight. He really has shown what he can do. So as the teams go off here at Anfield, this really is now up for grabs. We're going to take a 10-minute break, and then we're going to come back. Remember, in the other game, as things stand, away goals will take PSG through. They lead Dortmund 1-0 at the Parc des Princes against Borussia Dortmund. And there we go. So half-time here at Anfield. A buoyant, jubilant Anfield. Good news to Liverpool fans. Liverpool 1, Atletico Madrid 0 on the night. 1-1 on aggregate. And if the second half is as good as the first, boy, are we going to be in for something special. Anyway, we'll take a 10-minute break. Let's all take a breather and all take a break. Half-time here at Anfield. Liverpool 1, Atletico Madrid 0. 1-1 on aggregate. Welcome back to Anfield, where the teams are out and ready to go. No changes from either side. But I've just seen something funny on eBay at half-time that non-football related. You know, people in the UK have been panic buying toilet roll. Well, so a 24-pack of Andrix you could probably pick up for about 10 quid in Asda. Or 15 quid in Asda. They're selling it on eBay for 32 quid. And it's one of the most funniest things I've ever seen on eBay. Bog roll being sold for over 30 quid. It makes you wonder, doesn't it, what this world's about. Anyway, we're back underway. Let's try and get back to some seriousness as the rain pours down here at Anfield. We're back underway. Liverpool attacking their favourite cop end in the second half. And Atletico Madrid attacking the Anfield Road end where all their supporters are. There is the rain. And there is a packed cop. Yeah, so eBay's actually selling... someone on eBay trying to flog Andrix for 32 quid. I kid you not. But anyway, some of the things you look at on the internet at half-time in football games when you're a little bit bored with 15 minutes to go. It's unbelievable. Anyway, we're back underway in the second half, as I said. We've played about a minute of the second half. And we've got... this is we've got a few comments on the Andrix story, which I'll tell you in a minute. Mike has been on as Virgil van Dijk has possession for Liverpool. 1-0, remember, to the 1-0 in the game live. Yeah, so it's someone's selling well for 40 quid. I saw that. That is madness. It is. They're all out of stock everywhere. In the supermarkets down here, they're all out of. Yeah, in supermarkets up here they are. King of Kids says he'd rather use a newspaper. Anyway, there was a late first half goal for PSG. We'll just bring you that in a second. Yeah, we can do now. One Barnett after in the last seconds of stoppage time. They lead Borussia Dortmund now 3-2, 2-0 on the night. In a very empty Parc des Princes, but in a full Anfield. Here's Salah through now. Right hand side, Salah shoots. Left foot but it's straight at Jan Oblak. The angle's very acute anyway, and away it goes. Sue reckons she can beat that. She's seen hand sanitizer on Amazon for 150 quid. Oh, the things we talk about when we've got breaks in play. Honestly. If this channel isn't entertaining enough, we've made it even more entertaining. We've made sanitizer and Andrix Blue Roll sound interesting tonight. Anyway, here's Diego Costa now for Atletico Madrid, former Chelsea player, of course. Marnie looks as if he was fouled there. Indeed, the referee, Danny Makelele, says so. Been a go at Love Street, St Mirren 1, Hearts 0. Jonathan Obika with the goal. He scored after 48 minutes, and there's been 60 of them played. Hearts men are trying to battle against relegation. They're fighting it out not to be relegated alongside Hamilton Academicals, who beat Rangers last week, you may remember, in the Scottish Premier League. We're talking about Andrix bog rolls going for £32 on eBay. That's what I saw at half time. Madness. Oh, it makes you laugh when we just think about that. Anyway, here's Mo Salah now for Liverpool. Right hand side, Charles fine Bobby Firmino. Well played there by Sol, who got the goal in the first leg, which gave for Atletico Madrid the advantage going into this second leg. But that advantage has now been wiped out. If there is a goal scored, it doesn't matter if it's a Liverpool goal or an Atletico Madrid goal, we will not be guaranteed extra time, which will be released. Salah looked as if he was being fouled there, but play on, says the referee. Can't get Bobby Firmino through, however, as he cuts in from the right. Good advantage, however, initially played by the referee. Here's Ronaldo, who got the equaliser on aggregate. And now out to the far side. Surely Liverpool must score here. Alexander-Arnold chests it down, right hand side, looks to get a ball in, finds Oxlade-Chamberlain, chips it in towards the far side, and the throw-in comes in, and Oblak lost it but got it again. It was Mane's shot at the far post, And it was a great save by Oblak, although having said all that, the flag was up for offside against Sadio Mane. So if the ball had gone in the back of the net, then it wouldn't have counted, because him and Mo Salah, who would have gone in for the follow-up, were offside, so therefore active. And the goal would not have stood in any case, really, because, as I said, Salah and Mane were offside. Anyway, here's Firmino on towards Oxlade-Chamberlain, who's cross-legged to the goal scored by Wijnaldum. And again, the second half starting like the first finished, really, because we've now got Liverpool got possession. Remember, JB man in the match vote will come into being in about 10 minutes from now. 60th minute, we'll get your votes in for man in the match. Here's Mane on the far side, gets the ball into the penalty area, but it's hooked a bit up and underish by the Atletico Madrid defence, and I think it was Coco who knocked it up a bit up and under in the air, a bit of a Gary Owen up in the air there. And then ball feathered back to not Alisson, Adrian, former West Ham goalkeeper. Surplus to requirements at the London Stadium in the summer, could now be playing in the European Cup quarter-final if Liverpool were to get a positive result tonight. Another goal would settle some nerves around Anfield, or no, not all of them, because still would be a dangerous lead. But another Liverpool goal would really put the cat amongst the pigeons, because it would guarantee us not having extra time. It's what everyone wants. Anyway, here I want an early night tonight. I'm knackered. There were 5 shifts at work. My first day off. Oh, it's a chance now, and a shot over the top from Oxlade-Chamberlain. Better from Liverpool though. They're probing and trying to create panic and chaos in that Atletico Madrid defence. Jan Oblak does not look comfortable at all, which is probably a positive from Liverpool's point of view, because it gives them that hope and opportunity, really. And there's a free kick against Atletico Madrid now, and they're just using a little bit of discipline here, Atletico Madrid. Barcelona did that last year and it was criminal for them, it was fatal for them. Is history about to repeat itself to another Spanish team here at Anfield? 52.5 minutes gone here, 7.5 gone in the second half. Liverpool 1, Atletico Madrid 0 on the night, 1-1 on aggregate. As Salah goes down the right hand side, wins his team a throw in, almost over the 18-yard box of Atletico Madrid. Back to Alexander-Arnold from the throw. Salah is onside. Back to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Just a few little triangular passes played into the area. Not good though from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Here comes Van Dijk. Van Dijk over the halfway line. Finds Robertson on the left hand side. Mike reckons that Liverpool might need another 2 just to give it a bit of a cushion. I do agree there on that one, Michael. That's why I've gone for 3-0. Here's the shot coming in, 25 yards. Oh, good save. Jan Oblak diving away to his right. Chamberlain with a right-footed shot. He must have been about 30 yards out as he struck it. I tell you what, if it had gone in, it would have been a la Steven Gerrard against Olympiacos all those years ago, 2004-05. Here comes the cross. Oh, it's a poor cross there from Andy Robertson. He might get a second go here. Still Liverpool on the attack here, and it's Henderson hitting a long ball into the penalty, towards the far side of the penalty area. Mane wins possession. He wins it so well, and he goes down, and a free kick, and Atletico are losing their discipline a little bit. Simeone's team here are in a spot of bother. Trevor, I hope there's not going to be extra time. Otherwise, I'm going to be in for a long evening. I need some sleep. I'm crying out for sleep. I've had no sleep for 4 days. Here comes the free kick. Surely a goal's got to come here now. Can Liverpool get it? And we don't have the rigmarole of extra time. Into the area it goes. Again, Oblak wasn't convincing with his punch, but he got away with it. Needed his defenders to get it away. I don't think he's... On the evidence we've seen tonight, that's the only one bit of quality he's really performed. I've only had about 4 hours sleep. I've been getting up early for work, Newcated. We're going to see Llorente on now as Simeone looks to try and jazz it up a little bit, and Diego Costa's going off. And he's not happy. He's shaking his head in frustration here, Diego Costa. He's not happy. He's not happy at all. 10 minutes of the second half gone. Diego Costa has been substituted and he's furious. Now, what will he... Marcos Llorente's gone on and he's kicked over a water bottle, which has brought a few happy cheers from the Liverpool fans there. He's not happy, Diego Costa. But he hasn't been good enough on the night. Anyway, here's Felix now. Through the middle he goes. Oh, that could be Llorente's first touch inside the area. Turned away. Felix now, edge of the area. Felix shoots, but it's straight down the throat of Adrian. Shot from 20 yards, but it was easy. Right footed shot from 20 yards and straight down the goalkeeper's throat. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Liverpool 1, Atletico Madrid 0. Please don't swear or make derogatory comments, but what I will say is that Costa has not endeared himself to too many people inside this ground. He hasn't really been good enough, really. He had that chance at the start and he's just faded out the game. I think Simeone was right to bring him off. Don't worry about it. We'll get caught up in the emotion of the game. We do have youngsters on, so let's just watch our language a little bit. Anyway, back to the game. Out of play it goes. It's a throw. Yeah, I get weighted up Burnley on Saturday, so you know, off mic, I pretty much just say what I think at the time when I'm off mic. So it happens. There's a cracking atmosphere here at Anfield. Now, if Liverpool can get a go here, we would not be guaranteed extra time. We'll be guaranteed not to go to extra time. 57 minutes gone. Coca has fouled his man. Wouldn't it be brilliant if Liverpool put in another late show here? They've really deserved their lead on the night, that's for sure. Can they back it up with another goal? Alexander-Arnold now to Henderson. Midway inside the Atletico area, back out to the right hand side, and here's Salah, right hand side, takes his man on, beats one man, can't beat another, and the ball will be kept in play on the near side here by Alexander-Arnold. Does well, and Salah in a bit of space here, but his ball was poor. They appeal handball, but they get a free kick given against them instead, Liverpool, and that's not good news for them. I don't know where the handball against Salah came from. More of a handball there against the Atletico defenders. Let me run through the two substitutions for you. It's two sets of substitutes. Liverpool, if needs be, I've got Lonergan, Fabinho, Melamino, Lallana, Milner, Divock Origi, who can score on a big occasion, Joel Matip, Aidan, Jimenez, Morata, Lemar, Carrasco and Vazelenko. Handball against Atletico Madrid, free kick. And Partey is the man who's been penalised here, right on the edge of the penalty area, right hand corner of the penalty area. Thomas Partey has been penalised. So remember, Llorente on for Diego Costa, who went off in a right old huff and a real rumpus there. Now then, can Liverpool do it? It would be a real turn up if they could do it and make it 2-1. JB man of the match will be open in about 30 seconds from now. Chancing now, back somehow has saved it. There was a man coming in the far post. I'm not sure who it was, but it was a really good save. Anyway, here's Robertson. Chipped in into the penalty area. Liverpool knocking on that door for that second goal, which will ensure that we won't go to extra time at least. will put Liverpool in the box seat as regards overall in the actual knockout round. And here come Atletico Madrid on the break. The flag has stayed down. Here's João Felix. Edge of the area. Felix shoots. Saved by Adrian. He couldn't hold it, but he held on to it second time on the rebound. Break Peter goalkeeping there by Adrian, and he's hurt himself. And this could be a concern here because Adrian has hurt himself. Looks as if his mouth's been hurt, or his chin has been hurt in making that second save. Didn't save it all too well, but the second shot on the rebound here, Felix's shot bounces a bit. Adrian not really good convincing goalkeeping there, but as Correa came in, he came flying out and made a brave save. And in fact, the ball hits him in the face, and it's a brave save. But the first save wasn't great. Got away with it there. Liverpool on the attack. Salah rolls his man well. Flag stays down. Right hand side. Throw in Liverpool. Level of the 6-yard box of Atletico Madrid. Liverpool knocking on the door. They've got substitutions ready to come on. They've still got a strongish bench. And Fabinho can cause one or two problems as well. 61 gone. JB man of the match vote is now open. Here's Salah now. Right hand side. Here's Dr. Chamberlain. Cross back. Oh, and it would have gone straight, I think, towards Bobby Firmino if it had got there. It's being played exclusively now. Most of it now, yes. Andy Lonergan, the former Preston goalkeeper. Jan Oblak is going to be man of the match from New Caton's point of view. And Liverpool now have had a whopping 65% of the ball possession. Surely there's going to come a time where a goal's going to be scored. And as Mike says, don't forget to hit the like button and hit the notification bells. Then you get notifications on when we're next live. And of course, we've got a Facebook page, www.facebook.com/JB Claret. But the YouTube channel is an audacious attempt from about 70-80 yards inside his own half. Gets the seal of approval from Mr. Simeone down on the bench. I don't know who it was who had the shot in the end. In fact, it might have been Sol who scored in the first leg. About 5 or 6 yards wide of the right-hand post. As Henderson has to go back to his goalkeeper. Uses Adrian. First touch to control. Under a little bit of pressure as the ball comes away there. And, yeah. So, free kick to Liverpool. Oblak. Good. That's Newcaton's choice. Wijnaldum is Russ's choice for man of the match. And have a good evening, Newcaton. Enjoy it, and hopefully the game will end after 90 minutes. You could be able to listen back to the last half an hour, and you'll be able to know who won man in the match. Anyway, here's Alexander Arnold. Have a good day at school tomorrow. Anyway, here comes Henderson into the penalty area towards the far post. Marnie's unmarked, but the referee spotted an infringement there by Robertson, and a free kick goes to Atletico Madrid. You've got a nervous looking commentator here, because if it goes to extra time we might have to miss a little proportion of it, because I'm due to make tea at 10 o'clock, so I'm hoping and praying that we don't have extra time. Otherwise it could cause all sorts of problems in my world. So I'm hoping one of these two teams actually score and saves me the heartache. And I'm hoping from an English perspective it's Liverpool, but I wouldn't mind who scores at this moment in time. Here's Robertson from Liverpool, back in field to Wijnaldum, who scored the equaliser on aggregate. 1-0 on the night here. And Alexander Arnold can't keep it in play. It's out for a throw. Mane, I thought it said Marnie then for a minute. D Marnie. Well, we know what you meant. Mane is Sue's choice for man of the match. It doesn't matter if you don't spell it wrong. It still counts as long as you hashtag it. That's all that counts. But we know who you meant. Don't you worry. And we've lost the pictures from Anfield, so we've got them back now. Yes, the ball lifted in there towards the edge of the area, but hooked away by this Atletico defence. Van Dijk now saying to Adrian, I'll take possession, I'll take responsibility now. Finds Matip. Oh, sorry, Gomez, I should say. Matip is one of the substitutes. Now Adrian, in all green, goalkeeper's kick, kicks away down the field. Ball out of play. So for Atletico Madrid throw in. As things stand, we have extra time. I sincerely hope that's not going to be the case after 90 minutes. Hopefully we'll see a goal with 25 minutes left to play. Still time for a winning goal. Come on, Liverpool. Come on, Atletico. Let's find a goal. Let's finish this after 90. Here's Oxlade-Chamberlain towards the edge of the penalty area. Into Mane. Tries to get the ball back. And Chamberlain goes in again. Can't get the break of the ball. Good defending there by Atletico Madrid. And now the ball breaks and it's now Koke. Koke leads the charge. Finds João Felix. Felix now back inside to number 5, Partey. And he gets the ball back again, Partey. But he loses possession, and here's Mo Salah onto Bobby Firmino. There's 5 against 4 though in Atletico's favour, but Liverpool getting more men forward. Robertson on the left hand side, back inside here to Firmino. Inside the area is Salah. Salah takes his man. Salah shoots. Salah deflects. Surely a goal off the crossbar. No, it's in the bar. Would you believe it? And still not away yet. Liverpool come charging forward. How has that not been taken there? It was Robertson from 3 yards with a header. All he had to do was keep the ball down. And rebounds off the crossbar. I thought that was the moment where we're all going to be spared some blushes, including yours truly there. But Andy Robertson keeps the anxiety going a little bit longer here. Ball knocked forward again by Robertson, but loses possession. Some game this now. And here's Henderson chesting the ball down. Mane takes over. Good form running by Mane. Ball breaks kindly to Firmino. Now then, Mane inside the penalty area. Has to go back out again. And corner kick to Liverpool. Off the defender. Robertson hits the bar from 4 yards. Any goals that go in the Chief Leagues Cup game will bring for the next half an hour. Look at the water that just sprayed down off the bar. Well, anyway, can Trent Alexander-Arnold produce a goal at corner of international class here? Only in for the great finishes here at Anfield. Seen some great European finishes down the years. In it goes. And Oblak again didn't get there. And in the end was bailed out by Koke, who got it away. And here comes Gomez in towards the area. Trippier with a header away for Atletico Madrid. And it's all hands on deck for the Spanish side at the moment. Henderson has possession now. Finds Gomez. Back to Henderson. Liverpool looking on the door. 25 minutes to go. Don't forget the man in the match. We've got a 4-way split for the man in the match award. 3-way split, sorry. Wijnaldum. As Alexander tries to shot and no back only on Robertson. And then the shot from Robertson deflects away and it's another Liverpool corner. And you've got to say Oblak did well, and then Trippier on the rebound got in front of the shot by Robertson and did really well. Sort of defending we were used to seeing him in his Burnley days. Corner kick, far side, in it goes towards the near post. Firmino trying to turn, still might get in inside the penalty area, hooked away. It'll be a throw in at Liverpool, level with the 18-yard box of Atletico Madrid. 22 minutes to go. Here comes the cross, Robertson, a bit up and underish. Salah is there, Salah on the edge of the penalty area, turned away. 21 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Are we going to see another goal? If we see another goal, that's it, it finishes after 90 minutes. Regardless of whatever happens if we see another goal in this game. Blanket defence here from Atletico Madrid, but they've given away a free kick here, Liverpool. So Mirror 1, Harder Midlothian 0. Still 2-0 in the other game. As we see that effort there from Alexander-Arnold. That's going in. Oblak with a good save there. Again dabbing away to his right. He's been strong on his right-hand side all night, actually, in fairness to Jan Oblak. It's a good save. Free kick to Atletico Madrid. One goal would put Liverpool at a disadvantage. on the away goals ruling. Here goes Salah now for Liverpool. Finds Bobby Firmino, right hand side into Salah. Oh, he miscontrols it at the crucial moment. And that could have been a real promise. That was a real promising attack Liverpool got going there. 20 minutes left to play. Liverpool 1, Atletico Madrid 0. Well, it will go quickly if you're a Liverpool fan. If you're an Atletico Madrid fan, it will be like a lifetime to you. 20 minutes left to play. Here goes Oxlade-Chamberlain, whose assist has led for the equaliser. Looking to assist again. Corner kick surely to Liverpool. And it's been given as a corner. Good work there by Chamberlain down that right-hand channel. He's been brilliant tonight, the former Arsenal man. Done really well. Shame he didn't get much of an opportunity at the Gunners. Because I tell you what, if he had regular football with Arsenal and he hadn't have had all those injury troubles, I think he would have had a good career there at Arsenal. But I think he made the right move going to Liverpool. Here comes the corner. Alexander-Arnold. It's a poor corner. It's a really poor corner from Trent Alexander-Arnold. It really was. Not one of his better ones. But here's Robertson now. Left hand side. Chips it into the penalty area from the midway mark of the half of the Atletico Madrid half. And the ball bounces kindly for Jan Oblak. 19 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. 1-0 still to Liverpool. Scored late on in the first half. He is a great guy, very down to earth. Mark Chamberlain is his father, of course, who had a good footballing career himself. Paved the way for black players to come through in the English game, along with the likes of Cyril Regis and Brendan Batson and Laurie Cunningham and all. Trevor reckons there's another goal in this game. I hope so, Trev, because it will end any lingering doubts about extra time. This is a game that takes you off certain subjects, doesn't it? Liverpool have possession now. Chamberlain on the right hand side. Chamberlain looked to hit a long 20-30 yard pass. Oblak very decisive coming off his line and did really well. And good distribution too, but the distribution after that was poor. And here goes Liverpool again. Ronaldo. Robertson, he'll take on Trippier. Gets the bounce of the ball though. The deflection of Trippier bounces for the Spanish side's favour. Header back in there once more. Salah couldn't compete. Looked offside in fact. And here goes Van Dijk. Gets it forward. And what's happened here? Van Dijk and Correa having a bit of a set too, is it? Is he giving here a free kick? Correa's trying to take on Virgil van Dijk, who's absolutely outmuscled him, who's an absolute built like an outhouse, and Correa's only about 5'7". He's trying to take on a 6'5" defender who's built like an outhouse. You wouldn't make this sort of stuff up if you tried. Anyway, here comes Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain into Trent Alexander-Arnold. There's another goal as Trevor rightly nominates. Robertson now. Come on, Liverpool. Here's Marnie towards the edge of the area. Back in there. Alexander-Arnold deflects. And a goal kick. It is to Atletico Madrid. They claimed handball as well on the far side, but nothing doing. Virgil van Dijk is the man of the match. Please, oh dear God, let there be another goal in the next 15 minutes. The last thing we want right now is extra time. One apiece. Chamberlain battling with it there, and ball fails to number 12 to Santos. De Santos gets the ball forward. That's a good ball now towards Felix. Turns nicely there, Felix. And also number 10, Correa. Now number 6, Coca. Number 12 being roundly booed there to Santos. Correa does really well. Good skills by him. Back to number 5 here. Pate. And now, there comes the cross. Deflects away. Still remains 1-0 to Liverpool, but Atletico now in a good spell on the ball. Correa trying to turn. He's fouled Gomez. The ball has gone off the far post, but he wouldn't have stood anyway. 15 minutes to go. 10 minutes gone in the She Believes Cup game, and it's 1-1, 0-0, sorry. Wijnaldum's goal here with a quarter of an hour to play. We are on for extra time, remember. Let's hope there's a goal in the next 15 minutes. I am praying. Come on, gods. Surely something's got to happen. Now then, Gomez. Good football again, and look at the space Oxlade-Chamberlain's got. And through the middle is Firmino. Gets it back to Salah. Salah checks to go back to the edge of the penalty area. Chip forward, and oh dear me, what a poor ball that was. What a poor ball that was. Mo Salah, of all people. With Oblak, and Oblak gets the ball away pretty well. Down the field it goes. Does really well, holds it up well. Bangs number 6 into the game. And it's Coca now, back to number 12. Dos Santos loses, keeping possession here. And a long ball forward, hit up and hopeful over the top of the offside given. Offside given there. Against Llorente. There wasn't much in it, I can tell you that. Right, coming up towards the final 14 minutes for stoppage time. Surely there's got to be a goal here. Surely. Alexander-Arnold for Liverpool. Chips the ball along and hopeful here towards Salah. Takes the ball well. Finds Chamberlain. Now then, are Liverpool going to make a substitution here? They must get some fresh legs on at least. And good football again. Mane keeping possession remarkably well. Brings Henderson into it. Alexander-Arnold on the near side. Finding Mo Salah. He'll run at his men. Back to Alexander-Arnold. Oh, lovely trickery there down the right hand side. Crossing the area. Poor defending. But poor cross there, and it was well blocked. It's trying to be too obvious there. Trent Alexander-Arnold. What we might do is we might have to, if we does go to extra time, what we might do is put another stream on and bring you the second half of extra time, should it go that far, because I've got other things to be doing afterwards. So we're going to come on live and bring you the second half of extra time at least, and bring it to a conclusion then, and put it on another stream if it does go to extra time, because unfortunately I do have other things unfortunately I have to do at that point. But that's just as a precautionary measure, so we might not get the first half of extra time in if it goes that far. As Atletico go looking for a winning goal, and the shot goes wide from 25 yards and behind for a goal kick. So just to warn you that we might not cover the first period of extra time here in this game, but we might just be able to give you the second period. So watch this space, folks. Alexander-Arnold in towards Henderson. Ball out of play. It will be a throw-in again to Atletico Madrid. One goal now. We'll stop all this lingering doubts of extra time. Van Dijk, we've got a draw for man of the match. James Milner about to come on for Liverpool. No foul against Mo Salah. Play on, says the referee. And here comes number 12 to Santos. Gets the crossing towards the penalty area. Headed only half away. Danger still alive there for Liverpool. Mane on the chase, and he gets the better of his man. That's Trippier. And he plays a nice ball. Salah's there. And good defending again. And it's going to go for a corner. Felipe got back. Salah with a good ball over the top. But just to remind you, if it goes to extra time, we won't be able to cover the first period, but we will cover the second period for you. So if there's any goals missed, I will apologise in advance. But that's only if there's no further scoring in the next 10 minutes or so. We will have to end the stream, this particular stream then, because I do have things to do. But we hope to rejoin you for the second half of extra time. If it goes that far, Chamberlain into the penalty area, pull back, edge of the area, shot! Oh, it's over the top. It's Robertson again. Oh my goodness. Ball pulled back. In comes Robertson. Oh, and he had visions of Steven Gerrard against Olympiacos in his eyes, and he hits it over the bar. And it still remains one each. James Milner is going to come on for Oxlade-Chamberlain. So let me remind you that we won't be able to cover the first period of extra time due to obviously technical reasons, but what I can also tell you that you will be able to hear the second period of extra time live with us on the JB Claret YouTube channel. The first half of extra time we can't bring you, so let me just make that verbally clear. We do hope to bring you the second period of extra time. With anything that we do miss, we'll bring you up to date, but that's only if there's no further scoring in this second half. If there's a goal now, it's all over. No foul against Salah as he bundles his way into the area. There's certainly a foul against Salah then. And a free kick to Ath Madrid, which increases the frustration in the ground and in this commentary box, I can tell you. I didn't even think that was a foul there on Dos Santos, but there you go. But we'll bring you that second period of extra time on another stream. So with 8 minutes to go plus stoppage time, it still remains 1-1 on aggregate. Van Dijk's headed forward, on towards Salah. Salah turns, finds Firmino, on to Milner far side. And here goes James Milner, on to Robertson. Robertson with the cross, deflects. Milner will run for the loose ball, gets there. Goal kicked though to Atletico Madrid. And yeah, thank you so. And I do appreciate this because I've got tea to make, and I haven't got time to do it at any other time, unfortunately. But that's the way of the world. It remains 1-0 on the night to Liverpool, but any action will bring it to you, and we'll bring you the second half of extra time. We will certainly bring you penalties at the end. Van Dijk wins the header, but it will be on another stream, guys, just in case there's no further scoring. Chip forward again, on goes Salah. Fagger stayed down, keeps the ball in on the right hand side. Come on Liverpool, let's save everyone the agony. And here goes the ball into the area, saved by Oblak, and he'll break for Mane inside the area. Still a lot to do though. He's trying to get it back to Robertson. Robertson wins possession. Here's Milner to Henderson. 6 minutes plus stoppage time for someone to find a winning goal. Alexander Arnold back in field once again. Surely something's got to happen here. Something's got to give. Mane in towards the edge here, and we've lost the picture. And here's Milner turning away now. We've got it back just in the nick of time because Liverpool have a chance here. Mane over the bar, over the crossbar, and behind for a goal kick. And we've lost the stream at the most critical point in the game. We're going to try and get it back for the next 6 minutes. We're back live with you now. Just over 5 minutes to go. There will be a decision now. 5 to go. Come on, someone make yourself a hero. Doesn't matter who it is now. Someone just score. Put us out of our misery, please, for no extra time. And the ball chipped forward. And Gomez gets it away. Now then. Henderson now for Liverpool. Finds Milner. Found to Robertson. Left hand side. Back in field to Milner. Back to Robertson. Left hand side. Good cross. But again, good defending again from Atletico Madrid. They're not for going past here. They're foreboding. They're foreboding Liverpool here. Still remains 1-0. But as things stand, it's extra time. And we won't be able to bring you that the first 15 minutes. We'll certainly bring you a good portion of the second period, and then if there's no further scoring, penalties. 4 minutes left. Come on, Liverpool. There's a goal in it for you. Another late drama, piece of drama here. Sure, there has to be one chance. Van Dijk hits the ball forward. Finds Mo Salah. Salah goes past his man. Salah into the penalty area. Salah takes on 2-3 defenders, gets his shot off, and it's gone over the top of the bar. And it still remains 1-1 on aggregate. Did well. Cutting from the right here. It was great play. Cutting from the right. Left foot shot. Over it went. And the moment that I thought everyone was going to be spared all the blushes. Oh, Jurgen Klopp knows. It should have been there. And it still remains 1-0. We will be back with you for a good portion of the second period of extra time should it go. This game called past the 90 minutes. Here's Milner now. And here's now a chance now for Liverpool. In towards Mane. Inside the area. Mane now. Just dragged a little wide there. Chipped back in there by Robertson. And here comes Salah. Touch back. Alexander-Arnold. How has that stayed out? How has that stayed out? Henderson. And here's Salah into the area. Touch back to Alexander-Arnold. Corner. Wow. This is some finish now. Here's Milner now. Into the area. Headed out. Is it for a corner? Just a throw in. Near side. Alexander-Arnold. Another cross in there towards the back post. Header one. Mane. Oh. His bicycle kicked it over. And still no breakthrough with 2 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Is it going to be one of those nights? Over the top it went. And behind for a goal kick. And here goes Robertson, far side. In there towards Milner. Milner does well. Finds Van Dijk out to the far side. Alexander-Arnold now near side. Surely there's got to be a winner here. Please, for the love of God. Here's Salah into the area. He goes down. No foul, says the referee. Goal kick. It seems a real shame to end the stream here, but we're going to have to, because my arms are tied. But we will keep you abreast with any goals that go in the first period. We will bring you up to date during our extra time coverage, which will start at the second half. But we have to go off at 10 in about 5 or 6 minutes time. For now, anyway. It's not ideal, I know, but that's just the way, unfortunately, the way it goes. But we will try and get you. We'll try and get back if we can for the last period of extra time. Should it go that far? There's an Atletico Madrid player down, but it's play on. 20 seconds or so left of the last few seconds. It looks like PSG are going through. Here's Mo Salah into the area. Mane turns it back. Alexander-Arnold crossing to the penalty area. Oh, Mane couldn't grow enough. 2 added minutes, which I don't know where they've got to only 2 minutes from. Salah inside the area, shoots, and it's straight down All Black's throat. There's been a red card for Emre Can. Meanwhile, for Borussia Dortmund, they're going out of the European Cup. And still no knowing what's going to happen here. 2 added minutes, but we will have to leave you at the conclusion of the second half and rejoin you in 20 minutes time for commentary of the remainder of extra time. 2 balls on the field, because we've got to. There's just me in the house, so I've got to make the tea, unfortunately. But we will be back for the climax of extra time, and if it goes that far, penalties. But we might not need it yet. With Bobby Firmino, can he find Robertson? Yes, he can. We've got 1 minute and 10 to go. Come on, find a goal from somewhere. Here's Robertson again. Now then, Mane. Mane turns. Here's Robertson, back heel. Can't find Mane. Liverpool trying every trick in the book to score, but they might be caught on the counter-attack here. And it's a 3 kick to Atletico Madrid. They've got 40 seconds left. We're going to have to leave it after this second half and then catch you in the second period of extra time. I'm afraid that is got to be the case. It's not ideal, but that's the way my life has to operate sometimes. So I do apologise to everyone who might be offended by it, but we will try and get back for the second period of extra time on another stream. And Atletico Madrid are taking their royal time over this, which is not helping matters. And we played the 2 added minutes, so let's see what happens. We will be back in about 25 minutes for the remainder of extra time if it goes that far. Header comes in. Oh, it's gone in! Atletico have scored! They've scored, have they? No, they haven't. The flag is up for offside. Oh, I thought our bushes had been spared then. Was there an offside? Oh, you know, I think that might be a correct decision. He was offside. They thought they won it, but they haven't won it. And it looks as if it's going to go to extra time now. And it does. And I'm afraid we're going to have to leave it at that, I'm afraid, for the next 20 minutes or so. So we'll be rejoining you in 20 minutes time on a different stream for the remainder of extra time, regardless of the score. And we'll be seeing you then. But at the end of the second half of extra time, Liverpool won Atletico Madrid. That goal, it's 1-1 in aggregate. They go to extra time. We'll join you midway through the second half of extra time. I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave it for now, 20 minutes or so, but we'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. With the scoreline 1-1 on aggregate, they go to extra time, but we'll try and come back for the second period of extra time. See you back in 20 minutes.